third lesson in organizing support is this: use self-monitoring of behavior. Self-monitoring of behavior is one of the simplest and most effective techniques for behavior change. It means that you keep track of and write down your behavior at fixed times. Once a day in a notebook, for example, or in a list, on your phone, or in a spreadsheet on your computer. Choose a method that suits you. Important, this technique does not mean that you record the results you have achieved. In other words, the output or product. You'll record the behavior you exhibit, the input, your investment. Now, why behavior and not results? Because all changes start with behavior and results come later. By recording your behavior, you can see if you're on the right track, or if you have to modify your behavior or formulate even smaller steps. I realize to some people this all may sound a little bit childish. Every day writing down on a list, have I done what I agreed with myself? To be honest, that was once my first reaction too. But then I read that one of my favorite authors, Ernest Hemingway, counted the number of words he had written every day. He forced himself to produce 500 words every day. At the end of the working day, he counted them and wrote the number down on a large piece of cardboard. Wow! There is a special variation of self-monitoring where you give yourself a score every day instead of writing down your behavior. That score is based on the following question: did I do my best to put my resolution into practice today? In other words, you look at the effort you've made to stick to your resolution. If a change is going slowly, in the beginning for example, this last type of self-monitoring can make you feel like you're still doing a good job. As a result, you'll stay motivated to work on your change. How do I apply this myself? Well, I've been keeping a self-monitoring list for years now. This list doesn't contain just the occasional new desired behavior, but also a number of actions that I will never succeed in doing automatically. For example, when it comes to exercise and nutrition. I check my list every morning. I look back on the previous day and write down what went well and what didn't. And at the same time, I look ahead to the coming day in the same way. This way, self-monitoring has two effects. I experience progress, reward, if I can jot down that I implemented the desired behavior yesterday, and it reminds me of the desired behavior for the day to come. One more thing. I adapt my list and my method of self-monitoring regularly, because after a while a kind of familiarity and indifference starts to creep in. Behavioral scientists call this habituation. That's the sign for me to switch from an app on my phone, for example, to a good old-fashioned list on paper, or vice versa, and to study the behaviors on the list again and update them if necessary. By varying regularly, you increase the motivating power of self-monitoring.